Hello everyone. Well, it's been quite a while. I wanted to make this video be a huge production because I knew that the topic would probably be something that is likely to get me a lot of views, but I'm running out of time. It's almost the end of the year, and considering all that has happened in this new AI age, I'm wondering if less might be more. So I'm just grabbing the camera like it's 2010 and just starting to talk. And I'll try and keep it with as few cuts as possible. So ironically, I needed to cut there, but anyway, without further ado, here is a showcase of the 10-year-old laptop that I used in 2025 to get myself through college. And 2024, but hey, make for a better title. Anyway, so why do I think this is so special? Well, it's mostly about the price that I paid for it and what I got for my money. So this is a third generation ThinkPad X1 Carbon that I paid about $150 for at a rummage sale. And yeah, it's not in perfect condition, right? Like, that was done by the previous owner, and the little piece that was there was lost by the person who I thought I was buying this for, but they never paid me back, so I ended up just getting the laptop myself. But I did not get that piece, unfortunately, but it does not affect the functionality of the laptop. And you could argue that it sort of increases durability, not having that piece there, because, yeah, if I drop it while it's plugged in, as no doubt happened in the past, there's nothing there to break anymore. It's flexible there now, so in a weird way, I almost prefer it that way. You got your track point, of course. You got your glass touchpad. You got your 1440p touchscreen for $150, right? And it's a dual core with hyper-threading, yeah, so by today's standards, it's not great, but as I'll demonstrate in a moment, you're still getting 1440p 60 YouTube playback in a web browser. So, right, native resolution, like, I'd say, what more do you want? Maybe you want the web page to load a little faster, because I'm not kidding myself, this is an old laptop, and it does show its age in some ways. But, for all you see about the RAM price increases and all the doomerism online, it's like, I'm sorry guys, but 8GB of DDR3, yeah, it really is enough if your SSD is fast enough. And this SSD is old enough that it's almost certainly MLC. So if I'm writing 10 or 20 gigabytes a day on average, which is almost certainly less than that, but if I overestimate to that, we're still talking like maybe another decade of use. So, yeah, wait, what are people talking about? I have seen posts on X saying that 16 gigabytes is unusable. For almost everybody, that's just objectively untrue. Right? If 8 gigabytes is tolerable. Anyway, that's for another video, though. So, yeah, I almost feel sorry for people who go to college and think that they need to spend more than $200 or $300 to get a good laptop. You do if you want to buy a brand new laptop, but in today's economy, why are you buying a brand new laptop? There's very little reason to do so, because for my $150, I got, right, 1440p touchscreen, right, touchscreen, fingerprint sensor, more I/O than a lot of modern laptops, especially ones that are this thin, right, so we got our headphone jack, get a little flashlight, headphone jack, USB 3, display port, HDMI, right, like this is from the era where you had 2 video out ports. even on a so-called Ultrabook. And then, yeah, you come over here and there's more. You have FireWire. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And more USB, right? So, the catch is no USB-C. So it's like, oh no, I can't use my USB-C dongle. Oh wait, I don't need it. Because full-size HDMI. On a laptop that is actually, like, it's actually thin by modern standards. Now the bezels, of course, are not thin by modern standards at all. So, look, trying to one-take, one-hand this here. Okay. The glare is terrible on the screen, but that's normal for this kind of thing. How would I have it set up before? What? Oh, I'm an idiot. I have the phone. I have the flashlight still on. Okay, now we go back up there. One take. We're trying to keep this on one take here. Okay. So, I think that's mostly covered it there. I could do benchmark. Okay, I forgot. Does this have a little built-in benchmark? Yeah, whatever. But, as I was about to say, I could just do the benchmark, but maybe I'm thinking outside the box too much. Maybe I'm too cynical, but stuff like that is too easy to fake. And frankly, I would hope that me saying that I used this in college is good enough. Because if I show you the benchmark, right, like, it is objectively a slow computer. Sort of dramatically slow by today's standards. So people would look at that and be like, oh, that's so much slower than even some cheaper laptops. It's like, yeah, so I could go to Best Buy and get a laptop that is like 2 to 3 times more powerful for less than $500. Is it going to have a 1440p touchscreen? Is it going to have a fingerprint sensor? Is it going to have an above-average backlit keyboard with track point and a glass touchpad? Like, no. It's not. Is it going to have a carbon fiber body that I can drop a few times throughout my ownership? And it doesn't actually ruin anything. Like, I am surprised that I haven't cracked the glass yet, but, right, like, this is a durable machine, and part of that is because this configuration cost about $3,000 in 2015. So I paid $150 for something that somebody else paid about $3,000 for. And that is why older high-end stuff is usually better than modern lower-end stuff. So, yeah, my $150 laptop was objectively superior as far as user experience goes to the more modern loaner laptop. So, yeah, if I spent $1,000, I would get an objectively better laptop than this. I understand that. But it's all about the value. And I am frankly getting tired of seeing posts on social media being like, the era of unaffordable computers is over. Did you just sleep through the end of Windows 10? Like, there are more affordable computers on the market than ever before because Windows 10 just had end of life. Right? Like, yeah, you might have to use Linux, you might have to use extended support for Windows, but most people, for better or for worse, are just fine with synchronizing OneDrive and never using it. Right? That's all you have to do is turn on OneDrive, and then you get another year or two at least of, right, they say a year, but it's, at this rate it's going to be like 3-4 years at least, of software support. So, yeah, like, this, not only is it outright easy for somebody like me getting an IT degree to use an older laptop in college, but it's sort of the beginning of a golden age of that. So I guess my main point with this video overall is don't let the doomers get to you. Yes, RAM prices are skyrocketing, and SSD prices are about to, but it's probably temporary, right? Like, this is an obvious opportunity for Chinese manufacturers to jump into the game, and yeah, you sort of can safely assume that prices will be cheaper than they were before within a few years. And in the meantime, you can get older stuff like this, right? Like, the battery is about to half capacity. Let's see here. Vantage. Trying to keep this in one take for the old school vibes. So let's open up Lenovo Vantage. Let's go to the battery. It's likely that this is the original battery. And, let's see. Yeah, 70% capacity. I don't know if I even believe that. Right, the charge cycle, that's a lot more believable. No. Right, that almost seems too good to be true, but still, if that's roughly accurate, not bad, right? So I get like 3-4 hours of battery life out of this thing, which for me is plenty. And again, by modern standards, that's objectively bad. I understand. It's within the context of $150. No, I don't want to spend that to the death bar. Okay, so let's really quickly open up. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm the type of guy who has way too many tabs open all the time, and yes, I do have that memory saving feature turned on, but where it puts tabs to sleep. But like, I'm sorry guys, but it works pretty dang well.
Works because if it's not the capacitors, I'm not sure what else to do. Here's that power supply board. It looks like it's not going to be too difficult to replace the capacitors. The only thing I'm worried about is this little 10 microfarad capacitor. The replacement I got is much bigger, even though it's the same value.
Okay, see, once it gets going,
but we'll worry about
then
that
it's
later.
okay.
I started with the biggest capacitor, desoldering that,
now,
soldering the new one into place. I don't have a lot.
Now, let's see, if I get the charger. Oh, I should have gotten it ready. Should have gotten it ready. One take. Oh no, can I get it with my other hand? My other hand. There we go. Okay, power adapter. Alright, so I have this thing set to throttle to save battery when it's not plugged in. So, yeah, when it's plugged in, it's a lot better.
So, my joints aren't perfect, but it should get the job done. I only replaced the 3 biggest capacitors and decided I might as well.
And so yeah, I play 1440p YouTube. And oh, by the way, go subscribe to this guy. He had 22,000 yesterday when I tried filming this. But yeah, hopefully Simon doesn't mind that I'm using some footage from here, because I'm basically promoting the channel. This is a good example of, I mean, right, I have 35 subscribers, who am I really promoting it to? But I would hope that it would be okay to use this. But let me know, of course, if you don't want me to use this. But, as you just saw, right, this is a 10-year-old computer playing content above Full HD, right? So 4K, of course it can't do 4K YouTube. That is asking too much of this. And, right, I understand that a $40 Raspberry Pi will play video better than this. But does it have a built-in backlit keyboard? Here, can I prove it? Oh, I forget how to do this. Okay. There we go. You can't even see it, really. Okay, there we go. Backlit. $150. Right, I feel sorry for all my, I'm trying to find the dang knob. There we go, turn the light back on. I feel sorry for all the people with all their expensive laptops. Right, what were they using them for? They had, in some cases, they had lower resolution screens and worse keyboards. And I wasn't doing any high-level programming. I wasn't doing anything that was resource-intensive. I was doing stuff enough that required enough power that I couldn't use the older ThinkPad that I was using in 2023 and early 2024. So if you want to see I used a 2012 ThinkPad in 2024 video, let me know. But yeah, like when you see online on people who will post videos being like, I used old tech for a week, here's my experience. And it's like, I'm trying not to sound too arrogant here, but my opinion actually matters because this is my main laptop. Right? I have a more powerful Surface Book that I gave to my father because the keyboard is better. It has a fingerprint sensor. The trackpad is slightly better subjectively. I prefer this over USB-C. Like, the user experience. I guess that's another theme of this video, is the user experience of a laptop, especially today, is so much more than the computing power found in its CPU or the amount of RAM that it has. And I guess I'll wrap up with game streaming, right? The final argument here on that, in that regard, is the moon. There we go. And yeah, I just had pretty good luck with Windows search. Maybe I stumbled across the right settings or something, but I can always find what I'm searching for in Windows search. But yeah, if I want an actually more powerful computer, I'll just remote into it. So let's see. So yeah, here's my main computer, and let me just launch something that for sure would not, for sure cannot run on the computer. I should have done that a moment ago. Now I gotta think about something to talk about. I'm trying to keep this video under 20 minutes. But in my opinion, this is the future of computing, especially with the economics of it. Right, I disagree with a lot of things that Linus Sebastian of Linus Tech Tips says, but this is one of the areas where he is truly wise. Like, if you actually care about how your money is spent, and you also care about having a powerful computer, then the clear solution is to have a rack-mounted server. Okay, well, sorry, I did my best, but that was supposed to be a one take, but somebody just walked into my room here. I guess I should have let people know that I was filming, but, yeah, so I guess that was the one break in the take there, but that gave us a chance for this to boot up, and let me see here. Normally I would have a controller here, but this is a 60 frame per second video. Right, I don't have any fraps open or statistics or anything, but right, I should be able to demonstrate if I go... Okay, I gotta stop looking at the camera and look at the actual screen. Right, those specs, you can tell already, like, if you look up the maxed out spec variant of this laptop, like, this game just cannot run on this laptop, but as long as I'm at home, I can play pretty much any game I want on this thing in 1440p 60. And it's great, and the latency is actually not that bad at all. So, yeah, that's $150 I have spent in quite a while. Hopefully, can I one-hand that goofy keyboard shortcut? Control-Shift-Q. Haha, I did it. Okay. So, I guess that's it there. Thanks for watching, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you think the doomerism is overrated? I just think it's so absurd, the idea that the era of unaffordable computing is over. No, computing is more affordable than ever because so many people think that machines like these are outdated. You can get work done on this. The screen is good. Like, I don't get it. And, right, the computer that I just remoted into, that's like 7 years old. Much more powerful, of course. GTX 1070, i7 6700K, but that thing is old. And I'm satisfied with that. For now. Like, I do wish I had upgraded this year earlier. I'm not kidding myself, but it's gonna be okay. Right? Instead of getting caught up in the doomerism, go buy yourself an old ThinkPad and have some fun in what is actually a golden age of computing. Alright, talk to you later. Part of my frustration is, like, I keep looking on social media, and, like, apparently I'm really wealthy. Right, like, according to Twitter, I am incredibly wealthy because I have a lot of RAM. But the point is, like, you don't even need that much RAM.